searching for fragments of your breath among the pale glow. The sky folds itself in silver hush, and I feel the echo of your hand against mine, warmer than memory should allow. This season teaches me to wait, to listen to the trembling wings of silence. I follow the path where shadows once lingered, though it has faded beneath the frost. Still, something remains, a whisper stitched beneath my ribs, a vow that refuses to thaw. I hold it close as night deepens, letting it breathe through the places the world forgot. Every quiet snowfall carries a trace of your voice, ghosting along the edges of the air. I walk beneath it, letting it settle on my skin. Like a hidden promise, I tell myself I have forgotten, yet the truth flickers whenever the wind bends toward the old bridge. I stop there, staring at the frozen water below, and I almost hear you again. Words unspoken rise like mist, dissolving just beyond reach. So I write you here in winter's pale handwriting. If you ever pass this way, perhaps you'll feel it. A pulse beneath the snow, calling your name, waiting for your answer, hoping the frost yields to dawn. I tell myself I have forgotten, yet the truth flickers whenever the wind bends toward the old bridge. I stop there, staring at the frozen water below, and I almost hear you again. Words unspoken rise like mist, dissolving just beyond reach. So I write you here in winter's pale handwriting. If you ever pass this way, perhaps you'll feel it. A pulse beneath the snow, calling your name, waiting for your answer, hoping the frost yields to dawn.
The boots now like a bit of snow, each street lamp casting a soft halo across the glistening cobblestones. Winter air bites gently at the skin, yet a warmth spreads from within, the kind only love can spark. I walk along the quiet streets, your memory like a gentle echo in my mind. Footprints of our laughter etched into the frosted sidewalks. The world is hushed, as if holding its breath, giving space for the tender ache of missing you. In a small cafe, golden lights flicker through frosted windows, and I imagine your hand brushing mine across the table. Warm shared silently, snowflakes settle softly on my coat, each one unique, delicate like the moments we held. Fleeting but perfect, I hum the melody we once danced to, and it drifts into the crisp winter air, joining the chorus of distant bells. Nights like this, when the moonlight glimmers on frozen branches and the streets are empty, I feel you close even in absence. Love lingers in the silence and the gentle fall of snow, in the memory of a smile that warmed the coldest night outside. Trees bend under their snowy weight, fairy lights twinkling like stars brought to earth. And I trace our story in the patterns, feeling your presence in every glittering reflection. Somewhere far away you must be walking your own snow-dusted streets, thinking of me. And the thought carries a tender ache that is both sweet and unbearable. I wish I could tell you all the things winter allows me to whisper, only to the falling snow, that I still carry you. Wrapped around my heart like a warm scarf, that every cold gust reminds me of your touch. Even the frozen river seems to hum a quiet hymn of longing, the ice capturing the echo of laughter and whispered confession. This is not a love meant to be announced. It is a feeling meant to be lived slowly. I sing to you as if you are already listening, because in my heart you always are. Loving you feels like understanding something I never learned, but somehow always knew that closeness is built through patience, through staying even when nothing exciting is happening. This serenade is shaped by those hours, the ones where we simply exist side by side, sharing silence without needing to fill it. I would rather offer you consistency than intensity, a hand that does not let go when emotions soften, a voice that remains calm when doubts arrive. And if the song feels gentle, it is because my love for you is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to support you, to walk with you at your pace. I don't need the future to be perfectly clear to know where my heart stands now. It stands with you, choosing you in ways that do not fade with time. And if the night ever feels long or uncertain, remember that somewhere in the quiet, this song continues, steady and unchanged, carrying your name not as a question, but as an answer.
Oh, da 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 da. I sing this serenade without urgency, because loving you has never felt like something that needed to be proven quickly. It has always felt like something that grows stronger when allowed to move at its own pace. is not forced. And if the world ever makes you doubt whether someone can choose you without conditions, let this serenade remind you that my affection is not temporary or dependent on circumstance. It is deliberate, it is patient, it is steady, and it continues choosing you softly, repeatedly, not as a question, but as a decision I make again every day.
I serenade for the one I choose. I sing this serenade without standing on a stage or waiting for the night to notice me. Because this song was never meant to travel far. It was meant to reach you exactly where you are, in the quiet space where you exhale and finally stop pretending to be strong. Loving you has taught me that devotion can be steady and unafraid, that the deepest feelings do not rush or demand proof. They simply remain. I think of you in the smallest pauses of the day, in the seconds where nothing is happening, everything feels true. And in those moments my heart leans toward you, naturally, not because it has to, but because it knows if I ever lose my way, I know your presence would be enough to guide me back, not with directions, but with warmth. This serenade carries no dramatic promises, only a simple truth repeated gently, that I am here, that I choose you again. Even when the world is loud, that my love does not disappear. When unseen it settles, it waits, it listens. And if you ever question whether you are held in someone's heart, let this song answer for me. Because every word in it exists for one reason only, to remind you that being with you is not a moment for me. It is the place I belong.
Love grows slowly when it is real and patient. It does not rush the heart or demand proof. It stays close through ordinary hours, turning simple moments into quiet joy.
I learned happiness is not a loud promise. It is a steady feeling that does not leave.
You look at me without needing change, and that is where comfort begins. Every word you say feels chosen, every pause feels safe and understood.
We are not built from perfect days, we are built from
honesty and care, from choosing kindness when it is easier to walk away. Your presence teaches my fears to rest. Your trust makes space for me to breathe. I smile
without thinking about why,
because peace arrives naturally
forward without rushing time.
letting growth happen in its own rhythm. Happiness lives in the way you listen, in the way you stay, even when answers are unclear. I see the future without needing certainty, because standing with you is already enough. This love does not fade into memory, it becomes deeper and more rooted each day. And in this shared calm light, I have found a happiness that feels true and lasting. 'Cause standing with you is already enough. This love does not fade into memory. It becomes deeper and more rooted each day. And in this shared calm light, I have found a happiness that feels true and lasting.
This serenade lives in the part of me that no longer questions where it belongs. Loving you has become less like a feeling I chase and more like a place I return to without thinking. I sing to you from that certainty, from the calm understanding that some connections do not need constant motion to stay alive. They deepen through repetition, through choosing the same presence, even when nothing dramatic happens. My heart learned your rhythm slowly and decided to match it, not to follow behind or run ahead, but to walk beside you with intention. This song carries my willingness to remain steady when excitement fades, to stay attentive when silence stretches long, because affection that lasts does not depend on intensity. It depends on commitment, and if you it depends on commitment. And if you ever wonder how deeply you are held in someone's life, let this melody answer quietly, because my love for you does not search for alternatives or exits. It settles, it stays, it continues choosing you in ways that are not always visible, but are always real, shaping a devotion that does not rush, does not retreat, and does not forget where it belongs.
Winter morning arrives before the city remembers itself. The sky still pale, the streets holding their breath. Cold air presses gently against the windows, leaving thin traces of frost along the edges of glass. Inside, a quiet warmth waits without words, and the day begins. steady, its warmth cutting cleanly through the cold. Hands wrap around it instinctively, as if the body understands before the mind does. Each sip carries heat inward, loosening the stiffness left behind by night. Outside, winter keeps everything simple. Muted colors, softened sounds, restrained movement. The city feels distant and calm, as if it agreed to wait a little longer. Morning doesn't rush its arrival, it unfolds gently, minute by minute. Coffee becomes a quiet anchor, holding focus in place while thoughts settle. Yesterday fades without resistance, tomorrow remains untouched and far enough away. In this balance of cold air and warm breath, clarity arrives without effort. Winter mornings don't promise comfort, but they offer honesty and space. With coffee warming the silence, the day feels grounded, steady, possible.
I sing this serenade as an offering rather than a declaration, because loving you has taught me that the deepest feelings do not arrive with noise, they arrive with stillness, with a sense of being held even when nothing is said. My affection for you lives in that quiet, steady and unchanging, shaped by patience rather than urgency. I think of you not as someone to chase, but as someone who walked beside, matching your pace, honoring your silence, and choosing you even when the world is distracted. This song carries my willingness to stay attentive, to listen longer, to be present without needing reward. And if time ever tests us, I trust what we have built in calm moments more than anything promised in passion. Because this love does not depend on excitement, it depends on truth, and the truth is simple. My heart recognizes yours, settles near it, and refuses to wander. And if you ever feel unsure of your place in someone's life, let this melody remind you that you are not an option in mine. You are the place where my love rests quietly, faithfully, without end. choices that never asked for recognition. Loving you has never been about intensity or spectacle. It has been about remaining present when things soften and slow. When the world loses interest and only truth is left, I sing to you from that place, the place where affection becomes reliable, where my heart no longer searches because it has already arrived. Every thought of you feels like a return rather than a discovery, and in that familiarity I find peace. I would rather be the calm that surrounds you than the excitement that fades, the steady presence that holds its shape through change. And if the song feels gentle, it is because my love does not need to convince or impress. It already knows where it belongs. It belongs beside you. Choosing you quietly in moments no one else sees, trusting that what is real does not need to shout. And if you ever question whether love can last without constant reassurance, let this serenade answer softly, because staying has always been my loudest promise to you.
Morning brew. Winter morning arrives before the city remembers itself. The sky is still pale, the streets holding their breath. Cold air presses gently against the windows, leaving thin traces of frost along the edges of glass. Inside, a quiet warmth waits without words, and the day begins slowly, honestly. Coffee steams in a small cup, dark and steady, its warmth cutting cleanly through the cold. Hands wrap around it instinctively, as if the body understands before the mind does. Each sip carries heat inward, loosening the stiffness left behind by night. Outside, winter keeps everything simple, muted colors, softened sounds, restrained movement. The city feels distant and calm, as if it agreed to wait a little longer. Morning doesn't rush its arrival, it unfolds gently, minute by minute. Coffee becomes a quiet anchor, holding focus in place while thoughts settle. Yesterday fades without resistance. Tomorrow remains untouched and far enough away. In this balance of cold air and warm breath, clarity to rise without effort. Winter mornings don't promise comfort, but they offer honesty and space. With coffee warming the silence, the day feels grounded, steady, possible. The serenade begins where my certainty begins, not in loud emotion, but in the quiet decision to stay. Even when nothing asks me to, loving you has become the most natural rhythm in my life. Something my heart follows without effort or doubt. I sing to you from the place where patience lives, where affection does not flicker or perform. It simply remains present through ordinary days and unremarkable hours. I have learned that true closeness is built in repetition, in choosing the same person again without needing a new reason. And every time I imagine you listening, I soften, not because I am weak, but because you make strength feel gentle. The song carries no urgency, no fear of being forgotten, because what I feel does not depend on being heard of me. Immediately it trusts time, it trusts you. And if my voice ever grows tired, my intention never will. It will continue to stand beside you quietly, offering steadiness instead of noise, warmth instead of demand. And if you ever wonder where my love is when words disappear, know that it is right here. Settle into this melody, choosing you without hesitation, without condition, Snow drifts slow across the quiet street. has faded beneath the frost. Still something remains, a whisper stitched beneath my ribs, a vow that refuses to thaw. I hold it close as night deepens, letting it breathe through the places the world forgot. Every quiet snowfall carries a trace of your voice, ghosting along the edges of the air. I walk beneath it, letting it settle on my skin like a hidden promise. I tell myself I have forgotten, yet the truth flickers whenever the wind bends toward the old bridge. I stop there, staring at the frozen water below, and I almost hear you again. Words unspoken rise like mist, dissolving just beyond reach. So I write you here in winter's pale handwriting. If you ever pass this way, perhaps you'll feel it. A pulse beneath the snow, calling your name, waiting for your answer, hoping the frost yields to dawn. I tell myself I have forgotten, yet the truth flickers whenever the wind bends toward the old bridge. I stop there, staring at the frozen water below, and I almost hear you again. Words unspoken rise like mist, dissolving just beyond reach. So I write you here in winter's pale handwriting. If you ever pass this way, perhaps you'll feel it. A pulse beneath the snow, calling your name, waiting for your answer, hoping the frost yields to dawn.
Night and bond is snow light under a blanket of snow. Each street lamp casting a soft halo across the glistening cobblestones. Winter air bites gently at the skin, yet a warmth spreads from within, the kind only love can spark. I walk along the quiet streets, your memory like a gentle echo in my mind. Footprints of our laughter etched into the frosted sidewalks. The world is hushed as if holding its breath, giving space for the tender ache of missing you. In a small cafe, golden lights flicker through frosted windows, and I imagine your hand brushing mine across the table, warm shared silently. Snowflakes settle softly on my coat, each one unique, delicate like the moments we held, fleeting but perfect. I hum the melody we once danced to, and it drifts into the crisp winter air, joining the chorus of distant bells. Nights like this, when the moonlight glimmers on frozen branches and the streets are empty, I feel you close, even in absence. Love lingers in the silence, in the gentle fall of snow, in the memory of a smile that warmed the coldest night. Outside, trees bend under their snowy weight, fairy lights twinkling like stars brought to earth, and I trace our story in the patterns, feeling your presence in every glittering reflection. Somewhere far away, you must be only to the falling snow, that I still carry you wrapped around my heart like a warm scarf, that every cold gust reminds me of your touch. Even the frozen river seems to hum a quiet hymn of longing, the ice capturing the echo of laughter and whispered confessions. This is not a love meant to be announced. It is a feeling meant to be lived slowly. I sing to you as if you are already listening, because in my heart you always are. Loving you feels like understanding something I never learned, but somehow always knew. The closeness is built through patience, through staying even when nothing exciting is happening. This serenade is shaped by those hours, the ones where we simply exist side by side, sharing silence without needing to fill it. I would rather offer you consistency than intensity, when emotions soften, a voice that remains calm when doubts arise. And if this song feels gentle, it is because my love for you is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to support you, to walk with you at your pace. I don't need the future to be perfectly clear, to know where my heart stands now. It stands with you, choosing you in ways that do not fade with time. And if the night ever feels long or uncertain, remember that somewhere in the quiet, this song continues steady and unchanged, carrying your name not as a question, but as an answer.
To be proven quickly, it has always felt like something that grows stronger when allowed to move at its own pace. My heart learned patience through you, learned that staying present is more powerful than arriving loudly. This song is built from those quiet understandings, the ones formed in ordinary moments where nothing is demanded and everything is genuine. I would rather offer you consistency than intensity, a love that does not disappear when emotions soften or days blur together, because what I feel for you is not afraid of stillness. It trusts time, it trusts connection, and it trusts that closeness grows deeper when it is not forced. And if the world ever makes you doubt whether someone can choose you without conditions, let this serenade remind you that my affection is not temporary or dependent on circumstance. It is deliberate, it is patient, it is steady, and it continues choosing you softly, repeatedly, not as a question, but as a decision I make again every day.
I sing the serenade without standing on a stage or waiting for the night to notice me, because this song was never meant to travel far. It was meant to reach you exactly where you are, in the quiet space where you exhale and finally stop pretending to be strong. Loving you has taught me that devotion can be steady and unafraid, that the deepest feelings do not rush or demand proof, they simply remain. I think of you in the smallest pauses of the day, in the seconds where nothing is happening and everything feels true, and in those moments my heart leans toward you naturally, not because it has to, but because it knows if I ever lose my way, I know your presence would be enough to guide me back, not with directions but with warmth. The serenade carries no dramatic promises. Repeated gently, that I am here, that I choose you again, even when the world is loud, that my love does not disappear when unseen. It settles, it waits, it listens, and if you ever question whether you are held in someone's heart, let this song answer for me, because every word in it exists for one reason only, to remind you that being with you is not a moment for me, it is the place I belong. Serenade lives in the part of me that no longer questions where it belongs. Loving you has become less like a feeling I chase and more like a place I return to without thinking. I sing to you from that certainty, from the calm understanding that some connections do not need constant motion to stay alive. They deepen through repetition, through choosing the same presence, even when nothing dramatic happens. My heart learned your rhythm slowly and decided to match it, not to follow behind or run ahead, but to walk beside you with intention. This song carries my willingness to remain steady when excitement fades, to stay attentive when silence stretches long. Because affection that lasts does not depend on intensity, it depends on commitment. And if you ever wonder how deeply you are held in someone's life, let this melody answer quietly, because my love for you does not search for alternatives or exits. It settles, it stays, it continues choosing you in ways that are not always visible,
the city remembers itself. The sky still pale, the streets holding their breath. Cold air presses gently against the windows, leaving thin traces of frost along the edges of glass. Inside, a quiet warmth waits without words, and the day begins slowly, honestly. Coffee steams in a small cup, dark and steady. Its warmth cutting cleanly through the cold. Hands wrap around it instinctively, as if the body understands before the mind does. Each sip carries heat inward, loosening the stiffness left behind by night. Outside, winter keeps everything simple. Muted colors, softened sounds, restrained movement. The city feels distant and calm, as if it agreed to wait a little longer. Morning doesn't rush its arrival. It unfolds gently, minute by minute. Coffee becomes a quiet anchor, holding focus in place while thoughts settle. Yesterday fades without resistance. Tomorrow remains untouched and far enough away. In this balance of cold air and warm breath, clarity arrives without effort. Winter mornings don't promise comfort, but they offer honesty and space. With coffee warming the silence, the day feels grounded, steadily possible.
I sing this serenade as an offering rather than a declaration, because loving you has taught me that the deepest feelings do not arrive with noise. They arrive with stillness, with a sense of being held even when nothing is said. My affection for you lives in that quiet, steady and unchanging, shaped by patience rather than urgency. I think of you not as someone to chase, but as someone who walked beside, matching your pace, honoring your silence and choosing you, even when the world is distracted. This song carries my willingness to stay attentive, to listen longer, to be present without needing reward. And if time ever tests us, I trust what we have built in calm moments more than anything promised in passion. Because this love does not depend on excitement, it depends on truth, and the truth is simple. My heart recognizes yours, settles near it and refuses to wander. And if you ever feel unsure of your place in someone's life, let this melody remind you that you are not an option in mine. You are the place where my love rests, quietly, faithfully, without end. serenade is built from all the moments I didn't leave, the quiet choices that never asked for recognition. Loving you has never been about intensity or spectacle. It has been about remaining present when things soften and slow. When the world loses interest and only truth is left, I sing to you from that place, the place where affection becomes reliable, where my heart no longer searches because it has already arrived. Every thought of you feels like a return rather than a discovery. And in that familiarity I find peace. I would rather be the calm that surrounds you than the excitement that fades, the steady presence that holds its shape through change. And if the song feels gentle, it is because my love does not need to convince or impress. It already knows where it belongs. It belongs beside you, choosing you quietly in moments no one else sees, trusting that what is real does not need to shout. And if you ever question whether love can last without constant reassurance, let this serenade answer softly, because staying has always been my loudest promise to you.
The serenade begins where my certainty begins, not in loud emotion, but in the quiet decision to stay, even when nothing asks me to. Loving you has become the most natural rhythm in my life, something my heart follows without effort or doubt. I sing to you from the place where patience lives, where affection does not flicker or perform. It simply remains present through ordinary days and unremarkable hours. I have learned that true closeness is built in repetition, choosing the same person again without needing a new reason. And every time I imagine you listening, I soften, not because I am weak, but because you make strength feel gentle. This song carries no urgency, no fear of being forgotten, because what I feel does not depend on being heard immediately. It trusts time, it trusts you. And if my voice ever grows tired, my intention never will. It will continue to stand beside you quietly, offering steadiness instead of noise, warmth instead of demand. to this melody, choosing you without hesitation, without condition, without end. Love grows slowly when it is real and patient. It does not rush the heart or demand proof. It stays close through ordinary hours, turning simple moments into quiet joy.
I learned happiness is not a loud promise. It is a steady feeling that does not leave.
You look at me without needing change, and that is where comfort begins.
Every word you say feels chosen.
Every pause feels safe and understood. We are not built from perfect days. We are built from honesty and care, from choosing kindness. Teaches my fears to rest. Your trust makes space for me to breathe. I smile without thinking about why, because peace arrives naturally with you.
Love like this is not fragile. It holds through doubt and soft uncertainty.
We move forward without rushing time, letting growth happen in its own rhythm. Happiness lives in the way you listen, way you stay, even when answers are unclear.
I see the future without needing certainty.
Because standing with you is already enough. This love does not fade into memory. It becomes deeper and more rooted each day. And in this shared calm light, I have found a happiness that feels true and lasting. Ooh, because standing with you is already enough. This love does not fade into memory. It becomes deeper and more rooted each day. And in this shared calm light, I have found a happiness that feels